Beloved soul, nothing you encounter in this moment is an accident. The very fact that these words have reached you is a sign, a whisper from the universe telling you your manifestation is on its way, faster than you ever imagined. Today, I want to guide you into alignment, so you may open your heart and receive the blessings that are already forming around you. When you begin to see signs, understand that they are never random. Life does not send you signals without purpose. Every sign you encounter is a message of alignment, a gentle reminder that the universe is working in harmony with your thoughts, feelings, and intentions. Alignment means that your inner world, your beliefs, your emotions, your expectations, is resonating with the frequency of what you desire. When this resonance takes place, signs appear as proof. They are evidence that your request has been heard, that the energy you have been putting out is beginning to echo back to you in visible ways. Think of it this way. When you tune a radio to a certain station, you don't hear static anymore, you hear music. That music was always in the air, but you couldn't hear it until you tuned yourself into the right frequency. Signs are like that music. They tell you that you've tuned in correctly, that you are picking up the broadcast of your manifestation. They may come as repeating numbers, overhearing a word or phrase, encountering an opportunity, or even stumbling upon a message like this one. The outer sign reflects your inner frequency. When you receive these confirmations, they should not make you anxious, nor should you start to wonder if they are mere coincidences. Nothing in the universe is coincidental. These signs are meant to strengthen your trust and faith. They are proof that the unseen is becoming seen, that the invisible threads of your manifestation are weaving themselves into your physical reality. You are not alone in your journey, and every sign is the universe's way of placing its hand on your shoulder and whispering, "Keep going. You are on the right path." Often, people look for signs as reassurance, but true signs come when you have already aligned your energy. You might notice them when you are feeling joyful, when you are not worrying, when you are relaxed and trusting. This is because alignment is not about chasing or begging, it is about allowing. Signs show up most clearly when you have released resistance and opened your heart. They are not promises of what might happen someday. They are confirmations of what is already unfolding. Pay attention to how signs make you feel. If you see repeating numbers or hear a phrase that resonates deeply, notice the spark of recognition within you. That feeling is your intuition acknowledging the message. Intuition and signs work hand in hand. One without the other would be incomplete. A sign on its own is just a symbol, but when it meets your intuition, it becomes meaningful. Your inner wisdom is always guiding you to recognize which signs are yours and which are simply background noise. Trust that inner knowing. When you see these signs, take them as opportunities to deepen your faith. Smile, breathe, and remind yourself that your desire is closer than ever. Instead of doubting, say, "Thank you, Universe, for showing me proof that everything I want is on its way." Gratitude transforms the sign from a fleeting moment into a powerful affirmation. By acknowledging it, you magnify its energy, and that acknowledgement accelerates the arrival of your manifestation. Some may wonder, why do signs appear before the manifestation itself? The reason is simple: your manifestation is a process. It begins as a thought, then becomes an energy, then materializes into form. Signs show up in the middle stages, so you will not lose hope or give up. They are like road markers on a long journey, reminding you that you are getting closer to your destination. Imagine driving without road signs. You might wonder if you were lost. But when you see a sign that says your destination is just ahead, you relax. That is exactly what these spiritual signs do. They ease your heart and reassure you that you are almost there. The key is to not obsess over signs or try to force them. You do not need to chase them. They will find you. Signs are not something you control. They are gifts. And when you receive a gift, your only role is to accept it with grace. If you find yourself checking constantly, was that a sign? Did I miss it? You are stepping out of alignment and into doubt. Remember, signs are proof of alignment, and alignment is a natural state of trust, ease, and flow. So the next time you notice a repeating number, a song lyric that speaks to your heart, a feather on your path, or even words that answer your exact question, pause and feel the truth. Your manifestation is already unfolding. These signs are not promises of what may come. They are evidence of what is already real in the unseen. Allow them to encourage you. Let them fuel your belief. Know that alignment has already been achieved, and signs are simply the universe's way of celebrating with you before the manifestation itself arrives. Every sign you encounter is a sacred reminder that life is conspiring in your favor. They are not random, they are not empty. They are proof. And the more you trust them, the faster you allow your desires to flow into form. Your thoughts are the seeds of your reality. Every single thing you see in your life right now began first as a thought, whether it was your own thought or the thought of someone else. The chair you sit on, the device you are reading this on, the home you live in, all of it began in the invisible realm of imagination before it became physical. Thoughts are not empty. They are energy, and energy always seeks expression. When you think a thought, you are sending out a vibration, and that vibration calls back experiences that match it. This is why your thoughts are so powerful. They are the architects of your destiny. Most people underestimate the impact of their inner dialogue. They imagine that only actions matter, but thoughts are the foundation of action. What you think shapes how you feel, and how you feel shapes the choices you make. If your thoughts are filled with doubt, fear, and limitation, your life will reflect that energy back to you in the form of missed opportunities, difficulties, and struggle. But when your thoughts are focused on possibility, gratitude, and abundance, your reality begins to soften, doors open, and miracles unfold with ease. It is important to realize that your mind is like fertile soil. Whatever seeds you plant there will grow, whether they are seeds of hope or seeds of despair. The soil does not argue, it does not discriminate. If you plant roses, roses will bloom. If you plant weeds, weeds will grow. In the same way, your subconscious mind does not question whether your thoughts are true or false. It simply accepts them and works to bring them into form. That is why it is so vital to become conscious of what you are allowing yourself to think on a daily basis. Consider how often people feed their minds with worry. They rehearse negative scenarios, imagining all the things that could go wrong. And then they are surprised when their lives seem to mirror those very fears. This is not coincidence. When you constantly think about problems, you energize them. You give them space to expand. But the same law works in your favor when you think of solutions, blessings, and dreams. Your mind begins to seek out and create the very circumstances that align with those uplifting thoughts. You may ask, but how can I control my thoughts? They come so quickly. It is true that thousands of thoughts pass through the mind each day, but you always have the power to choose which ones you dwell upon. A thought may appear, but you decide whether to feed it or release it. Think of it like a bird landing on your windowsill. You cannot always stop the bird from arriving, but you can decide whether it builds a nest in your home. In the same way, you cannot always prevent a negative thought from entering your awareness, but you can choose not to give it energy. One of the most powerful practices you can embrace is replacing limiting thoughts with empowering ones. Instead of saying, I can't do this. Gently shift to, I am learning to do this. Instead of thinking, nothing ever works out for me, affirm, everything is working out for my highest good. Each time you make these shifts, you are retraining your subconscious mind. Over time, your default pattern will change and your reality will reflect that new empowered vibration. Remember also that thoughts are magnetic. They draw experiences to you that match their frequency. When you think about love, you radiate love, and love finds its way to you. When you think about prosperity, you align with the frequency of abundance, and opportunities begin to appear. This is not wishful thinking, it is the law of resonance. Like attracts like. You are a magnet, and your thoughts are what determine what you attract. Do not underestimate small, consistent shifts. A single thought may feel insignificant, but repeated often, it becomes a belief. And beliefs are thoughts strengthened with repetition and emotion. These beliefs are what shape your entire world. If you want to change your life, start with one thought at a time. Cultivate the kind of thoughts that make you feel expansive, hopeful, and alive. Plant the seeds of kindness toward yourself, patience with your journey, and faith in your dreams. Your outer world is always a mirror of your inner world. If you want to know what you have been thinking, look around at your life. It will reveal the pattern of your thoughts. And the good news is, if you do not like what you see, you have the power to change it. You can decide today to think thoughts that support you rather than diminish you. You can choose to see yourself as capable, worthy, and deserving of all good things. As you hold those thoughts, life must begin to reflect them back. So, guard your thoughts as you would guard a precious treasure, because they are exactly that. The treasure chest that contains your future. Speak kindly to yourself. Think thoughts that lift you higher. Each time you do, you are writing the script of your life in advance. Your thoughts are never wasted. They are always creating. And when you learn to direct them with love, with intention, and with faith, you discover that nothing is impossible for you. There comes a time in life when the story you have been telling yourself no longer serves you. The memories, the hurts, the failures, and even the disappointments can become like heavy baggage you carry everywhere you go. You may not notice how much it weighs you down until you try to step into something new and feel resistance holding you back. Releasing the old story is not about denying what has happened or pretending it never existed. It is about recognizing that your past does not define your future. You are more than the mistakes you have made, more than the pain you have endured, and more than the limitations others placed upon you. Every thought you repeat, every memory you dwell upon, shapes the narrative of who you believe yourself to be. If your story is filled with words like, I was abandoned, I failed, or I'm unlucky, then life will keep reflecting those beliefs back to you. Not because they are eternally true, but because the mind clings to familiar patterns. The subconscious does not argue. It simply accepts. When you replay the old story, you program yourself to relive it, to create a new future. You must be willing to release the script that no longer fits who you are becoming. Releasing the old story requires forgiveness. This does not mean approving of what others did or saying it was acceptable. Forgiveness means freeing yourself from the chain that binds you to the pain. When you forgive, you declare, I will not carry this burden any longer. I choose peace instead of resentment. In that act, you reclaim your power. As long as you cling to blame or anger, the old story remains alive within you, draining your energy. Forgiveness is the key that unlocks the door to freedom. Another important part of releasing the old story is letting go of self-judgment. Many times, we punish ourselves far longer than life ever intended. You may replay situations in your mind, thinking of what you should have said or done differently. You may identify yourself with your worst moments rather than your best. But the truth is, you are not your mistakes. You are a soul on a journey, learning and evolving with every step. The old story served its purpose. It taught you strength, resilience, and compassion. Now it is time to close that chapter and write a new one. When you let go of the past, you open yourself to the present moment. The present is where your power resides. Too often, people live as though the past is happening again and again, forgetting that each day is a fresh canvas. If you continue painting the same picture, you will keep seeing the same image. But if you allow yourself to pick up new colors, new brushes, and new strokes, your canvas will transform into something brighter, richer, and more alive. Ask yourself, what story am I ready to release? It might be the story of not being loved, never being enough, of always struggling, or of being overlooked. Whatever it is, know that you are not bound to repeat it. The mind may resist because the old story is familiar, and familiarity often feels safer than the unknown. But safety is not the same as growth. True freedom comes when you dare to release what is known and trust that something greater is waiting for you. You do not need to know exactly what the new story will look like in order to let go of the old one. Imagine holding onto an object in your hand. If you refuse to release it, your hand cannot receive anything else. Only by opening your palm do you create space for something new to be placed there. Life works the same way. The moment you release the old narrative, space is created for a new one to enter. That new story will be one of love, abundance, healing, and joy, if you are willing to receive it. Releasing the old story is an act of self-love. It is saying to yourself, I deserve better than to relive the past. I am worthy of creating something beautiful now. You are not erasing your history, but you are rewriting your future. Your power lies not in what has already happened, but in what you choose to think, believe, and create today. So begin now. Release the heavy chapters. Set down the baggage. Let the story of pain and struggle dissolve into lessons learned. Embrace the truth that you are free, capable, and worthy of joy. When you release the old story, you make room for miracles. And those miracles are already seeking you, waiting for the moment you decide to let go of what no longer belongs to you. Gratitude is one of the most powerful forces you can invite into your life. It is more than just saying thank you. When something good happens, it is a state of being, a vibration that transforms the way you see the world and the way the world responds to you. When you practice gratitude, you shift your focus from what is missing to what is present, from what is wrong to what is right, and from lack to abundance. This shift in focus accelerates the flow of blessings because energy expands where attention goes. Whatever you appreciate appreciates. Think about how it feels when someone acknowledges you with genuine gratitude. Their words lift your spirit, make you feel valued, and encourage you to do more. The universe responds in the same way. When you recognize the blessings already in your life, no matter how small, the energy of the universe expands those blessings. Gratitude tells life, "Yes, I see the good. I celebrate it. I am open to more." And life responds by giving you more to celebrate. Many people delay gratitude until their desires are fully manifested. They say, "I'll be grateful when I get the job, when I have more money, when I find love." But gratitude works in reverse. You do not wait for the blessing to feel thankful. You feel thankful first, and the blessing arrives faster. Gratitude is like fertile soil that nourishes the seeds of your intentions. Without it, the seeds remain dormant. With it, they sprout and flourish. When you practice gratitude for what is coming, even before you see it, you speed up the manifestation process. The beauty of gratitude is that it multiplies even the simplest gifts. When you take a moment to appreciate the sunlight on your face, the air filling your lungs, or the laughter of a loved one, you magnify those experiences. Gratitude makes ordinary moments extraordinary. It shifts your inner state so completely that life begins to feel richer even before any external change has occurred. This inner richness becomes a magnet for external abundance. The vibration of gratitude is one of joy, love, and openness, exactly the kind of energy that attracts more blessings. There is also a healing power in gratitude. When you focus on what you are grateful for, you naturally release stress, anxiety, and fear. Worry cannot live in the same space as gratitude. The moment you bring your attention to appreciation, your nervous system calms, your energy lightens, and your heart opens. This openness makes it easier to receive guidance, inspiration, and opportunities. Gratitude does not just accelerate manifestations, it accelerates peace, health, and well-being. Consider this. Every challenge you have faced has also brought with it a lesson, a strength, or a deeper understanding of yourself. Gratitude allows you to see those hidden gifts. Instead of saying, "Why did this happen to me?" you shift to asking, "What did this teach me?" That simple change in perspective dissolves bitterness and replaces it with wisdom. Gratitude transforms wounds into wisdom and struggles into stepping stones. And when you can appreciate even the lessons, you rise above being a victim of your circumstances and step into being the creator of your life. Gratitude is also contagious. When you express appreciation to others, you uplift them, and that energy ripples outward. A simple thank you can brighten someone's day, spark kindness in them, and inspire them to pass it forward. This ripple effect accelerates blessings not only in your life, but in the lives of those around you. The more gratitude you give, the more you create an atmosphere where goodness thrives. The practice of gratitude does not require grand gestures. It begins with small, intentional moments. Each morning when you wake, you can choose to acknowledge 3 things you are grateful for. Each night before you sleep, you can reflect on the blessings of the day. No matter how simple, these practices train your mind to notice the good, and the more you notice, the more good you invite in. It is a cycle of abundance fueled by appreciation. Sometimes, when life feels heavy, gratitude can feel difficult. In those moments, it is even more essential. Start small. Be grateful for your breath, for the chance to try again, for the fact that you are alive in this moment. Even the tiniest spark of gratitude can light the path out of darkness. And once that spark is acknowledged, it grows, lifting you into a higher vibration where solutions and blessings can flow more easily. Gratitude is not about ignoring challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It is about choosing to focus on what supports you rather than what drains you. It is about giving more attention to the light than the shadows. In doing so, you accelerate your journey toward everything you desire. Gratitude acts like a magnet, pulling your manifestations closer, faster, and with greater ease. So, let gratitude be your daily practice. Let it be the lens through which you view your life. The more you thank life for what you have, the more life will thank you with abundance. Gratitude is not just a response to blessings. It is the very key that unlocks them. And when you live in gratitude, you discover that you already live in a world overflowing with miracles. There is a rhythm to life, a sacred unfolding that you cannot always see with your physical eyes. Just because you cannot witness every detail of how your desires are coming together does not mean that nothing is happening. In truth, the most important parts of manifestation often occur behind the scenes, in the unseen realms of energy, timing, and alignment. Trusting the unseen process means allowing yourself to relax into faith, knowing that the universe is weaving together threads of possibility on your behalf. Even when you cannot trace the steps, you can trust the destination. Think of a seed buried deep in the soil. At first, there is no visible sign of growth. Day after day, the earth looks unchanged. But beneath the surface, life is stirring. The seed is expanding, breaking open, and sending out roots that will support its growth. Eventually, the sprout breaks through the ground, but only after a period of invisible preparation. Manifestation works in the same way. Your desires are like seeds. The moment you plant them with intention, the process begins. Just because you cannot see them yet does not mean nothing is happening. The unseen process is alive and working faithfully for you. Trusting this process requires patience, and patience is not about waiting with frustration. It is about waiting with peace. It is about surrendering the need to control every detail and believing that what you have asked for is on its way in perfect timing. Often, people become discouraged when they do not see instant results, forgetting that even nature does not rush. Flowers bloom in their season, not before. Rivers carve valleys over years, not days. In the same way, your manifestation arrives at the precise moment when all conditions are aligned for its greatest success. Sometimes the unseen process looks like delays, obstacles, or detours. You may wonder why certain doors are closing or why opportunities slip away. But what feels like rejection is often protection. Life may be redirecting you to something better than you imagined. Trusting the process means believing that everything is working for your highest good, even when it does not match your timeline or expectations. The unseen process is not chaotic. It is wise, orderly, and guided by love. Trusting also means letting go of constant checking and worrying. Imagine baking a cake and opening the oven door every few minutes to see if it is done. Doing that would disturb the process and prevent it from rising properly. Manifestations are the same. If you keep tugging at them, doubting them, or asking where they are, you interfere with their natural unfolding. The more you trust and step back, the faster and smoother the process flows. Faith is the stillness that allows creation to complete itself. Another part of trusting the unseen process is being open to surprises. Often, your desires will arrive in ways you did not expect. You might think they can only come through one path, but the universe has countless ways of delivering them. Trusting the unseen means letting go of rigid expectations and staying open to being amazed. Your role is not to figure out how it will happen, but to align with the belief that it will happen. The how is the work of the universe, and it is far more creative and resourceful than your limited perspective could ever be. Trust is also built on remembering how life has already supported you. Think back to times when something seemed uncertain, yet eventually worked out better than you thought. Think of moments when you worried, only to realize later there was nothing to fear. Those past experiences are proof that the unseen process has always been guiding you, even when you did not realize it. The same intelligence that carried you through before is carrying you now. When doubt arises, return to your inner calm. Take a deep breath and affirm, I trust that everything is working out for me. I may not see it yet, but I know it is already happening. These words remind your mind to relax and reconnect with faith. Every time you choose trust over fear, you accelerate the process rather than slowing it down. Fear blocks the flow, but trust keeps the channel open. The unseen process is not about blind hope. It is about spiritual certainty. It is about knowing there is a larger intelligence guiding all things, one that is intimately aware of your heart's desires. You are not separate from this intelligence. You are part of it. The same creative power that makes the stars shine and the oceans move is also orchestrating your life. To trust the unseen process is to trust that you are supported by something vast, loving, and infinitely wise. So release the need to control, the need to rush, the need to see immediate proof. Rest in the knowledge that unseen forces are working for you right now. Like the seed beneath the soil, your dreams are alive and growing, even if you cannot yet see them. Trust that the timing will be perfect, the path will be clear, and the outcome will be better than you imagined. Trusting the unseen process allows you to live in peace, while your manifestations move toward you with certainty. One of the most powerful ways to bring your desires into reality is to act as if they are already here. This does not mean pretending in a way that feels false or forcing yourself to live in denial of your current circumstances. It means aligning your energy, your emotions, and your actions with the reality you wish to create. When you embody the feeling of already having what you desire, you send a clear signal to the universe. I am ready, I am open, I am aligned. That signal is magnetic, and it draws your manifestation closer with speed and ease. Acting as if is first and foremost about your inner state. If your desire is love, then ask yourself, how would I feel if I were already deeply loved? If your desire is abundance, ask, how would I carry myself if prosperity was already mine? Once you have that answer, begin to live in that emotional space now. If you would feel confident, let yourself stand taller and breathe more fully. If you would feel joyful, allow yourself to smile more often and find delight in simple things. Emotions are the language of manifestation. When you feel the way you would feel if your desire were already present, you collapse the distance between your dream and your reality. Consider how the mind works. Your subconscious does not distinguish between what is vividly imagined and what is physically real. When you hold the thought and feeling of already having your desire, your subconscious accepts it as truth. It begins to adjust your behavior, your choices, and even your perception of opportunities to align with that new reality. This is why acting as if is not just pretending. It is reprogramming your mind to recognize and receive what you want. Acting as if also means letting go of the vibration of lack. If you are constantly thinking, I don't have it yet, I need it, I'm waiting for it, you are reinforcing the experience of not having. Instead, when you embody the energy of already having, you shift from need to fulfillment, from waiting to enjoying. This shift in vibration is exactly what allows your manifestation to appear in physical form. Lack energy repels, but fulfilled energy attracts. There are practical ways to act as if in your daily life. If you are manifesting financial abundance, you might begin by treating money with respect and gratitude. Even if you only have a small amount, handle it as though you are already wealthy, organized, grateful, and generous. If you are manifesting love, you might create space in your life for that person, such as keeping an extra chair at your table or speaking words of love to yourself each day. If you are manifesting success, dress, walk, and speak as though you are already the successful version of yourself. These actions send a message not only to the universe, but to your own subconscious that your new reality is already unfolding. It is important to act as if with joy, not with strain. If you are forcing yourself to do things that feel unnatural or heavy, you are not truly in alignment. The essence of acting as if is to enjoy the feeling now. It is to live in the vibration of your dream with ease and playfulness. The more fun and lighthearted you make this practice, the more effective it becomes. Some people fear that acting as if means being dishonest about their current reality. But it is not about denying what is. It is about choosing to focus on what is becoming. You can acknowledge your present circumstances while still aligning with your desired future. For example, you can say, I am grateful for where I am, and I am stepping into even greater abundance. This bridges the gap without creating resistance. Acting as if also strengthens your faith. Every time you align with the feeling of your desire being here now, you are training yourself to trust that it is inevitable. You are no longer asking if it will come. You are affirming that it is already yours. This confidence accelerates the manifestation because belief is the fuel of creation. Doubt slows things down, but certainty speeds them up. Remember, your outer world eventually catches up to your inner world. When you consistently act as if your energy shifts first, then your behavior follows, and finally your physical reality rearranges to match. It is like setting the stage before the play begins. The props, the costumes, the lighting are all prepared in advance so that when the curtain rises, the story unfolds smoothly. Acting as if prepares the stage of your life for the arrival of your desire. So begin now. Breathe deeply and imagine how you would feel if your dream were already yours. Carry that feeling with you throughout your day. Smile as if you are already living in abundance. Walk as if love surrounds you. Speak as if your success is certain. Each time you do, you are stepping into alignment with the reality you are calling in. Acting as if is not wishful thinking. It is conscious creation. It is becoming the version of yourself who already lives the life you desire. And when you embody that version fully, your manifestation has no choice but to meet you there.